Hey everyone, and welcome back to the first episode of Season 2 of the Let's Play series. I am at Spawn. This is the information booth close to Cyan Heights. I'm trying to look at this angle because we have a lot of new changes at Spawn Station. If you remember from the finale from last season, we were modifying and renovating Spawn. And if I turn around, you can see a bunch of changes already, like these bridges. Wow. These bridges have been changed to use a lot of planks. This is a copper, I think, oxidized copper and some spruce. There's a lot of changes. Wow, this is Spawn Station. Look at that. What a big upgrade from before. Okay, so let's go through bit by bit and see what has changed, because there was a lot done between the finale and this episode. So the very first thing you might have noticed is that the Cyan Heights ropeway is no longer in operation. So Cyan Heights hasn't been renovated yet, so this remaining section here might be changed in the future. Okay, so instead of that, we now have a shuttle bus from Cyan Heights to Spawn. So this is a very short bus route. As you can see, the Azalea Railway entrance is here. There are a lot of fences and decorations added around as well. So it's not just like plain terrain. Okay, the bus is here. I'm gonna get on and show you what the rest of it looks like.
This is route to WIP overhaul, Spawn.
Okay, so we're on our way. And this is just a short little road between Cyan Heights and Spawn. If everything goes well, this bus route will probably be extended to other destinations. So I'm not sure what those are yet. A lot of things here is still very much a work in progress. There are those escalators coming down to the entrance. I'm not sure if that's gonna be an actual exit or not. But this right here is exit A of Spawn Station. So when the bus stops, we can go in through exit A. Yeah. Okay, so you notice I have a trains and high-speed rail on this sign here. If you remember from last time, I talked about how Season 2 is going to be focused on high speed. Okay. So these signs are just in preparation for that. There's a lot of floors for this lift right here. 1 to 5 is all called the hall, and then the lobby is where we want to go to. So it's just all the same stuff in like a rotating spiral staircase fashion. Oh look, someone put my thumbnail of the last video up here. Okay, let's follow the signs and go in. This trains and high-speed rail. This is where we came from, the Cyan Spawn shuttle bus. We just took the bus and came up here. Let's go through the entry gates. And I think these shroom lights are temporary lighting. And we have a bunch of signs here. The top hasn't changed that much. We still have the Snowland Express and the Spawn Grand Circular. It does get a bit laggy here because of all the signage and all the rendering we have to do. Now if I go up here, this is like a little mezzanine area. There was gonna be a help desk around here, so I don't know what happened to that. Okay, so if I go up to the platform, this is like what we saw in the last episode. I just removed night vision just so that we can see how things really look. Okay, I'm gonna go back down because it's a bit too laggy up here. I'm gonna have to fix that in the future. Okay, So instead of the... Oh, I think I went the wrong way. Yep. The rest of the stuff is over here. Okay, so we have exit A, which is Cyan Heights Street, which we came from. Exit B is West Spawn. It's a ground level exit. You might be able to see it here. This is exit B that goes out. And then exit C is this part over here. East Spawn. So there's nothing special about these exits. But let's go down to where the cable car used to be. So it's still quite a work in progress down here. So the old cable car section is preserved here behind a pane of glass, sort of like a historical artifact or something like that. So these lifts go all the way up to the Snowland Express and the Grand Circular, also stopping at the ground level platforms 5 and 6. And I have made 4 more underground platforms going east to west because the top platforms go north to south. So I thought it might be a good idea to put some more platforms down here. So let's go down real quick. So we have 9 and 10. 10 to Mackey Memorial, 9 is still empty. And then the other side is 11 and 12 to Toy Toy. Yeah, so these platforms have not been decorated yet, but you can already see some trains running. It's not decorated, but it's ready for service. Yeah, like it meets all the safety standards and everything that we need. I wonder what this arrival board is showing. Platform 9 and 12. It's in such an interesting position as well. Just randomly in the middle of the platform, and there's not another one on this side. Okay, let's go back up to the interchange platform, or interchange concourse. Yeah, this lift isn't even enclosed by glass yet. That's how work in progress this is. And we have more signs to direct people where to go. And you notice I also pointed exit A here. I'm gonna go through the middle. This is not technically connected with exit A yet, so Kira has helped us refurbish Spawn Station a ton. A lot of this beautiful architecture is by Kira. Yeah, exit A is right here. So if you come out from in there, come all the way out here, and there is also a terrace here. I guess like a viewing platform. And then down there is exit A1, which goes to the bus. Alright, so let's get to work to start building the high-speed railway, because this is what this whole season is going to be focused on. So we do have a few high-speed proposals written out. So if you're not already on the Discord, I would welcome you to join so that you can follow the progress of Let's Play server plans and the server chat and different screenshots and updates. So this is a rough map of the high-speed rail proposals. So number 1 is Spawn, that's where we are. And the first line, I'm gonna connect number 1 to number 2. So number 2 is this volcano area with a lot of black rock. Not sure what block that is. So that would be the first line, from 1 to 2, this volcano area. So the second line would go from 1 to 3 via Callus. So I'm gonna interchange with T-Powder here. We have talked about building a high-speed rail station at probably Callus LRT station. So she's gonna get that ready for me. And the third line would go to number 4, which is all the way up where Lily's stuff is. So if I go up there, Lily has a station up there as well, which is already almost ready to go actually. And then finally, we will have a 5th line that goes to the left. I have kind of talked to OTS about that, but we haven't had any concrete plans yet. So since there are so many different routes, we're gonna need a big high-speed terminal. So this is what I'm gonna start doing in this episode. Okay, so this is the interchange concourse. And I have started building this area. So this is not actually a high-speed train platform. The sign says it's going to high-speed rail, but this is actually going to be an automatic people mover, an APM system. You see that a lot in airports, and I'm going to implement something like that here. So how this works is that there's going to be a 4-car automatic people mover train, which carries passengers to and from the high-speed terminal. So since the 4 cars are disconnected, like there's no walkway in between them, I plan to separate the first 2 cars to an unpaid area, and then the last 2 cars are gonna be part of the paid area. Actually, it might be a good idea to just make 1 car an unpaid area, so that the train wouldn't be too long. So let me finish this platform here. Okay, I've spawned in an APM train. This is what it looks like. This was actually created by one of our other members on the Discord server a while ago. It was meant for Sentown, the Keishekding high-speed station. Or maybe it was just... I don't think it was specifically created for Sentown. It was just used on Sentown as the automatic people mover for the Keishekding high-speed rail terminal. Oh, Kira is here. That's the person I was talking about who refurbished a lot of spawn station. Okay, so this will be the paid area section of the APM. So I'm gonna grab some slabs, andesite slabs. To avoid lighting glitches, I usually like to fill in the blocks underneath it. And then some andesite. Maybe I will have to use escalators and stairs. Not ideal. Okay, I might just make the wall come out a bit so that this part of the stairs doesn't look that awkward. It's gonna be a bit narrow. Oops. But it's okay. Yeah, I think that looks okay. This space is a bit small, but it's good enough. Oh, I think good whereas SO is riding my cable car. Or they were riding my cable car. What is Sleepy doing? Sleepy is looking at my station. Okay, so for this part, since we don't have space to build escalators like in that direction over here, I'm thinking maybe we can put escalators going this way instead. So Sleepy was asking what was the Chinese of APM. So it's 旅客自動輸送系統. I think that is correct, if someone can verify that for me. There's still some exposed stone. I'm just gonna cover this up. Maybe a pattern of brown concrete and planks, just like the wall there. Not sure if that's the best idea, but I'm gonna leave that like that for now. I'm gonna actually put glowstone behind these escalators so that the light can shine through. Because sometimes it might get too dark behind there. So that is another way to take advantage of Minecraft light glitches. Okay, so these escalators are in place. So I'm just gonna set these to spruce planks. And then move the wall in a little bit. Not sure how to do this part. If I should make this all platform screen doors so you can see through. Maybe we can do a 4-car APM after all. I'm not sure though. Because of the low ceiling here, we don't really have much space to make signage. I'm thinking if we should move... Oops. Thinking we should move the ceiling up one. Alright, I've moved the ceilings of the platform so I can actually put a sign in here now, which is great. So something like that, pointing to there. This can stay, or I might change the design of this a little bit later. So basically when people come in here, they can either go down or come straight here to take the APM to the high speed. Okay, so the APM platforms are done. So now it's time to prepare the terminal. So I have to decide where I want to put it first. It's at least a bit brighter here. Although I don't know about the design, if it's good or not. I realize I've been forgetting to put station name signs everywhere. So I'm gonna put some here before I forget. Okay, I'm gonna try to put these at the same spot up here as well. I just put it at by the door markings. Okay. So for here, I think I'll use this double-sided one so I can just put it here and it'll kind of go up to the ceiling. Well, it kind of blocks everyone's way. So instead, I'll use the same one with a couple of blocks to hold it up, like this. Cool. Glowstone? That looks out of place. Spot lamps. It does help. And then here, maybe try every 2. Not sure if it'll be even or not. Yes, it's even. Alright, now I'll just light up the bottom part similarly. Maybe I should put glowstone underneath these escalators as well. So that it looks a bit brighter. That looks funny. Because it's like half lit up. Well, if I do it like that, will I still be able to see it? Because the escalator block goes over the 1 block outline. So it might work. Let's try it. There we go. That looks good, and it's covered up. Oh, this side we wouldn't be able to cover it. So we're gonna have to just deal with this anyway. Okay, that is fine. Oh, I forgot I did the alternating brown concrete here. Now we have the unpaid area shuttle and the paid area shuttle. Okay. Just want to put one singular light right in the middle here because it's so dark. Boop. Okay. Well, let's check out what is a good spot to put the high-speed terminals. So I'm gonna say the train's going east here. It's gonna turn around and come down to Cyan Heights. Because Cyan Heights is right about here. This X coordinate. So if we look at our interchange platform, yeah, the trains would have to curve that way to the right and then down. And I wouldn't want to run into that station building either. So these tracks have to go out this way, and I can probably build my terminal down here. Okay, this is gonna be challenging because I've never done stuff like this before. I feel like it would be cool if the terminal was visible through this wall here. So like you could see through glass, and the other side would be the check-in counter. Okay, this is a big space. This glowstone's in the wrong place. The APM is right here, so if we made a curve over and stop here. Not sure how to do this. Not sure how many cars to put either. So I'm gonna do a class 802. According to the wiki, a class 802 is also 24 blocks long. So if I were to do a 4-car platform, that would also be 101 blocks. Which will be the second block here to the second to last block there. So that is not a problem. So where I'm standing is y equals 22, and ideally I would want to get down to y equals 0, just so that we have more space to work with, and if we're going to be tunneling quite deep, then we won't hit any oceans. Wow, that is a really big room. We might have to resize this area so that the spawn station area will only go up to there, and then the rest of it will be like the spawn high-speed station or something. High-speed terminal 1. Actually, this spot right here would probably be good for a restaurant area, and then the check-in counters can be over here. And then spawn station can go right up to there. Yeah, so this would be outside the station area. And this can be where terminal 1 is. Oh, you see that? The deep slate. We're hitting deep slate territory here. Okay, so the first platform can be all the way over here at z equals 314. Which is approximately equal to pi times 100. I like that. So let's hollow out more space. Alright. That's a class 802 TPE skin for the train. And this is gonna be what I'll be running the high speed with. I do like this livery a lot. So I'm gonna use a mix of TPE and GWR skins, I think. Okay. Wow, this is really deep underground, so we definitely need the APM to like curve down here, maybe take a wide loop. So I need to figure out how I want to lay out my platforms. Okay, so the trains will be laid out right here. I just don't know what to do with this big empty space. It seems really close from the APM platforms down to here, but it's actually a really long distance if you're walking. I'm actually not sure if I even need this many platforms. It might be an overkill, really. But this is spawn station, so it's kind of fun to go overboard a little bit. Okay, how many platforms do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess 6 platforms would be good enough. Okay, so these will be the east-west platforms. And then I need to build some for the north-south orientation as well. So I think I'll just do it in a separate terminal and a different Y level. Okay, so I completed these platforms at the bottom. This will be terminal 2 going north and south. So I put all the GWR 802s down here and all the TPEs up here. This might not be the final liveries for all the trains, but I'm just using this as a placeholder so that people who come here would be like, oh, this is a high-speed section. Let's see. So the bottom tracks are at -16, and then the top tracks are at 0. And I think I'm gonna draw the station areas in here, just so that I know what's going on. So this is literally touching corners. So I'm gonna be really careful to get the exact block. I don't even know if I'm getting the right spot. I should be, right? Yeah. Okay, so I drew the station areas on the dashboard. This is 松山區高鐵1號客運大樓 Spawn High Speed Rail Terminal 1, and then 松山區高鐵2號客運大樓 Spawn High Speed Rail Terminal 2. So these are gonna be touching spawn station. And if you haven't been following the latest updates of the mod, you should totally join the Discord server so you can get the latest updates. But if you haven't heard, if stations are touching on the dashboard, even just barely touching like that, they will be connected using a dotted line on the online system map. So Cyan Heights and Spawn are connected, and so on the system map you can see a dotted line connecting the two. However, you don't see the high-speed terminals here yet because there are no routes connecting them. So then they don't appear on the map at all. So I'm just gonna create a really temporary route here called T1 test, and then here is gonna be T2 test. Now on the system map, you can see the terminals. Yay! High-speed terminal 1 and high-speed terminal 2 are connected using dotted lines. Maybe I should make it more to the middle, so it's more representative of the actual locations of the station. So around here. Oh wait, those are 4-car trains. So earlier I made it in the wrong spot. Okay, so on the system map now, this is a bit more representative of the locations of the platforms. If we click on it, we'll just see the test routes, but that doesn't really matter. Actually, I'm gonna make this a type high speed so that it won't normally show up on the system map, but if you enable the high speed layer, then you can see it. And I don't have a line for the APM yet, but I plan to convert that into a light rail type so that it will show up on the system map with the light rail interchange icon. Okay, I'm back. This is a separate day that I'm recording, and we're back at the high-speed section. This is the Terminal 1 and this is Terminal 2. So Navi has been here helping me a little bit. We just got started here, so I think Navi just pasted the walls of the spawn station design in here, and I'm trying to experiment with some sort of curve. I'm imagining like a geometric curve that comes along like that and ends on the other side, and perhaps repeats like that. I'm not exactly sure what kind of design I'm going for yet. So there's 3 blocks, 2, 2, 1. Basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to combine two different 2D curves to make like a 3D structure, if that makes sense. Okay, so I made the two curves. Now I can hopefully combine them. How will I do that? I don't know. Like that is a double curve. So if you look from this angle, it matches with that template. And if you look from this angle, it also matches with that template. Yeah, that was the goal I was going for. So this is gonna be a 45-degree curve. So I do want it to go back. Might be easier if I just pulled this out one more block. I wanted to make it a line between the cars. Navi's ceiling design is pretty similar to what we have in the concourse. Okay, if I do something like that. I might want to curve it more forward. I'm gonna need a bigger space to work with, so I'm gonna clear this wall back here. Okay. If I try to make this whole pillar using a cross shape like this, then it might seem a little more supported and feel like it's a bit fuller. Okay, the pillar does look more sturdy. Now I have to think about how I'm gonna do the middle. So if I pasted it, to the other side, and if I continue doing a wavy thing down the middle, so I do like 4 blocks. I'm just gonna remove this part for now, the quartz. Okay, so if I made a curve something like that, then I can connect the two sides using a middle. So now we can build some sort of curve that goes along this path. Easier said than done. That doesn't look very good. Okay, scrap this. There's no calcite slab either. Maybe I should be using a different block. Maybe I should just use the plain old quartz. Now we can probably use some slabs to decorate this quartz part a little bit. Okay, the slabs make it look a bit smoother, but it's still Minecraft, so can't really do too much about that. I was thinking maybe we can do a textured ceiling instead of another quartz curve. We can do stripes of andesite maybe and planks. So I just randomly spit out those building blocks. But we can try and see how that looks. I'm gonna prototype it using some slabs on the other side. I need to move this up one first to give me more space to work with. Ooh. Is this even? Why is this side pushed in? Maybe when I flipped it. Okay, so to do this with slabs, I'm going to follow the curve as much as I can. Alright, there we go. So it's 25 blocks. So if I did 2 slabs here, and then 2, 2, 2, that wouldn't be even, because here there'd be 3. What about if I did 3 and 2? Yeah, that would work. Because the cars are in multiples of 25, and this spacing is 5 blocks. So if I alternated 3 and 2, I think it would line up pretty nicely. So instead, let's put raw andesite maybe, to give it a different texture. So the andesite is just going to mirror the shape of the planks. Okay, I'm just filling in all these blocks just in case there'll be lighting glitches, because I don't want any of that ruining my work. Annoying gravel. Gravel is everywhere. Okay. So we've got that taken care of. Now let's fill in the remaining slab blocks. Okay. So we can just stack this. Seven maybe? Ooh, 7 goes perfectly that way. Stack 10. I'll stack like right up to Navi's ceiling. So 11 maybe. Okay. Something still seems a little off. I'm not sure. Well, first let me mirror this ceiling over to the other side. And Sleepy is here to see my progress. Hi. No! I pasted it offset. But I think I just go here and paste, and that'll be good. Annoying gravel everywhere. Okay, now let's just copy these pillars and stack them to see how that looks. I have to be a bit careful about stacking because these are a little offset because the pillar at the end is 3 blocks. Right about here, I think. Let's test that. Oh, no, that was wrong, see. This block. There we go. Okay. Sorry, ceiling. Destroyed you a little bit. That curve is done. Not sure how else to complete the look of this. Maybe the wood needs to wrap all the way down as well. The wood and the andesite. I kind of don't really like the look of the andesite actually. What if we use blackstone? Would that make a difference? I'm gonna try doing that. Wait, does blackstone or deep slate look better? I think deep slate. Because there's more variance. Polished deep slate. Deep slate tiles. Alright. Yeah, I think that's better. I don't know. Or maybe it's the wood that's out of place. Okay, anyway, let's just continue building the wood to see if the rest of it blends in first. Ah, gravel. Not that this area matters, but I just like to make it look nice. In case I put a room here or something. I suddenly had an idea to make like a diagonal pillar of quartz down the middle. So if we use smooth quartz, so kind of like the design at Red Leaves, if you remember that. So I'm gonna make a stairway that goes down like that. I don't know. Maybe it was a smoother curve, it'll look better. Okay. Scrap. That idea is out the window. Okay. Let's first do the wooden thing I was talking about. I'm gonna do it on the other side here because there's more empty space here, and I'm gonna have to redo the curves because the wood is gonna get in the way of everything. Okay. That took a while, but I finished this part. I just want to hollow out this middle part so that maintenance in the future might be easier. I like the look of that, and I'm excited to get it completed. Okay, first we need to stack a few more times so that it goes up to the end. We can fix the platforms later, that's not a problem. Now the hard part is stacking everything. So one technique that I use is I grab one of the corners. Wait, I need to grab that inner corner somewhere here. So this very top corner right here. So that's my position 1. And wait a second. Position 1 would be here. And then position 2, I can just keep right-clicking this, stack 10, let's say. So 10 was the right number, but I didn't stack that properly. Yeah, 10, 10. So this way, we're not gonna destroy the quartz thing, but we're still able to stack everything. Should be almost done. Yep. Alright. So we have the nice curve behind the quartz. There's a bit of a gap here. I'm not sure if I need to patch that. I feel like I should. Yeah, if we're not gonna be able to see it, we might as well patch it up. Like here in the back. Well, no. This should be a slab. This should be quartz blocks. Like that. Then maybe some... No, that's good. Okay. Now, copy this big curve from here to here. I'm not gonna stack this time because I feel like copying is easier. So copy. Paste. And paste. Perfect. That looks good. One more paste here. Oh, and the platform fixed itself. Nice. Okay, so finally, we will have to, well, fix this side of the pillar. How does it go? Oh no. Don't have a prototype of what goes here, but I think I can guess. Something like that, I think. Well, let's not worry about that. And let's copy this whole thing to the other side. I noticed some of the deep slate tiles on this side wasn't stacked over to there. So I'm gonna just stack that first. Oh, I'm like eating up Navi's ceiling block by block. I don't think Navi will mind, given my masterpiece. Just kidding. I always feel like I don't build as good as others. Okay. Cool, and then now I just have to rotate this to the other side and we'll be good. Alright. Perfect. And we have this little ceiling bit. Okay. I really like the look of this, actually. Maybe we need some quartz to like curve around the bottom as well. That's what I was kind of saying earlier. Or maybe copy the pillar so it curves back down the other side. I think I have an idea of how I can do the end part. Let's see how badly I'm cutting into here though. Ooh. I think I need to lower these platforms quite a bit, since I'm building such a fancy roof. Okay, I'll just build it first and then worry about that top part later. Okay, probably not how people build railways in real life. Oops. Imagine if people are building like a big high-speed station in real life, and they're like, oops, it cuts into the main part of the city. Let's just do it anyway and then change it later. Okay. I could copy that first block. Alright, so this is an extra section of the platform. I think I'll just put another one, paste another one here just in case. Oops. Just in case I want a longer platform in the future. Okay, so the important thing is that we just don't cut into the normal rail section, but I don't think it does, so we're good. So my idea was if we made a front panel out of, I don't know, let's say the station colored blocks. Maybe something with wool would be funny. Oh, this cuts into the other terminal, so that has to change as well. But like my idea... Okay, let's not use station colored. My idea was to make like a zigzag and then stack that all the way. Block of iron, maybe... Maybe red sandstone again, because orange is like the theme of high speed. Okay, so I filled this whole section with smooth red sandstone. I think my position 1, I'll set it right there. And then position 2, stack 30. I don't really know how far this goes. 64. Alright, a bunch of world edits later, we have this. This didn't look as good as I imagined. Okay, we undo that. Oh no, it doesn't have that much undo history. That's okay, we can just paste one more of these arches. Just don't really know how to close off that end, but I guess we'll figure it out. Alright. Because in real life, I think the stations, they just leave the ceiling out in the open and they don't have a like a wall to fill this in. But since we're underground, I wonder if there are underground high-speed stations in existence. If you know of some, let me know in the description and I'll be interested to look at some pictures of that. But I think if I, as a placeholder, wow, there's an amethyst geode right here. If I just set this to smooth red sandstone, this can be a placeholder wall for now. And then I'll set the ground to something real quick. Probably stone. I'll stack 2 layers of stone. Okay. So we just have to fix this upper platform. Or move the lower platforms down a bit so that it doesn't cut into the upper platforms. So right now it's at -16, so if we move it down to -32, there should be no problems at all. Alright, I replaced the gravel, so that's gone. There are random pieces of blackstone here. Not that it matters again, but I just like cleaning this area up a little. Okay. This ceiling. Poor ceiling. So I think the rails were supposed to be from here to these first set of nodes. And then these second ones are not supposed to be there. I'm gonna put down these just so that we get a feel of where things are. Okay, so those platforms are here, and then these platforms should be right here as well. Okay, and I can paste in this right up top. Okay, gonna do that real quick. I want to copy the stone here as well. Then I'm gonna stand at one of the rail nodes and copy, rotate it by 90 degrees, and then I'm gonna fly all the way up to the sky and test which orientation it's gonna paste in. I like to do this so that I get an idea of, okay, so the wall is gonna go that way. So now I know when I paste, I should be standing, okay, right there in relation. So this way is looking at the wall. So this is where I should paste. Bam, and then rotate 180. And where's the other side? Here's the other side. And paste. If everything goes well, this should all line up. Perfect. There we go. This looks so much different from what we had before. Pasted a lava source block. And it has that stupid gravel problem again. Alright, better than nothing at least. So these are not source blocks, that's better. So it'll just drain away slowly. Alright. So I'm gonna put back the nodes, fix them a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna change the trains back so that people can know that this is a high-speed terminal. Except I'm gonna make this last one into an MLR siding. Oh, you actually can't see the whole thing. I'm gonna take a screenshot like that and show it to people and see what they think. Okay, I just went for dinner. I had some yummy Sichuan food and we're back. And I've added some pillars in the middle and some lights on the ground. So not much has changed. Yeah, this is Terminal 1, so this is connected to the spawn station through this big empty room right here. So these pillars kind of follow the curve from the middle of these arches down to here. So it looks a bit more like a high-speed terminal now. And I've put some station colored bone blocks and bone slabs so that we can differentiate between Terminal 1 and Terminal 2 a little bit when people get off the train. Maybe I should also copy those blocks down this way as well so that people will know like what station they are if they get off on those platforms. Okay, so I copied those to the two sides. This kind of looks a little weird because of the slabs and the full blocks. I'm not sure if it'll look better if it's just 2 blocks high like this. No, that looks a bit too short also. What if the slabs went over like that? No, that looks weird as well. I don't know. I'll just keep it like before. So who's online right now? OTS, Bent Cookie, the visitor, and Eric. Not many people online right now. Navi told me that they wanted to help me with the terminal, so I guess I won't build too much today. I still want to make some progress, at least connect the APM to the first station to get that running. Let me take a look at how bright the station is. So I'm gonna clear my effects, and it seems like only the bottom is lit up right now. And you can't see the roof, but the roof is like what gives it its defining features. So I guess we could put these spot lamps all over non-half block surfaces. Oops. Uh-oh, was that a full block? So if we did that, then we would be able to see it. What about if we put it on this surface? So you can see it from the inside, or you can't see it from the outside, but it still lights up the place. Some ambient lighting. We do have a light source block from the Jobin mod. Ah. We also have the default Minecraft light as well. I think that might be a better option really, because we can just fill the area with it and not have to worry about copying it all to all the spots. Let me try that. So how do we want to do this? From this level maybe? Maybe just one layer is enough. I'm not sure. Wow. That makes a big difference using the Minecraft light. I installed a mod called Visible Barriers. So this mod actually adds a creative menu with all the different unobtainable blocks through the creative menu. So you can only get these using commands, I think. One of them includes the light block, the other one is a barrier, which is very important as well. Command blocks. But I think there was a keyboard shortcut that allows you to show all of those blocks. Let me see what that command was. B, yeah, toggle visibility. See, now it shows where all the light blocks are, and I won't have to go searching for it the next time I'm wondering where the lights are. So that's very convenient. And then when I press B, they go away again, just like before. And I don't think these have a hitbox, do they? Well, when I'm holding it, there's a hitbox. When I'm not holding it, there's no hitbox. Or when I press B, there will be a hitbox. Oh. Ah, forgot about that. So if you're not shifting and you just right-click, then it'll change the light level. But there's no need to change the light level. I guess keeping it at 15 is okay. Yeah, it's much nicer when people can see the curves, because that's kind of the point of the design. Okay, the next step is to decide where the passages will go. So we can either do escalators going up to a mezzanine level, or escalators going down into a concourse at the bottom. I think in real life there are different designs for high-speed stations. I know some of them have a walkway just straight down the middle. I think I like that design a little bit more because you can see where your trains are, and you can watch trains pull in and go out and stuff. And I think that's a neat feature. So I think I'm gonna make it around this pole. Let's see. Since the ground is just smooth stone, maybe I'll do something like that here. So what level did I say? That's fine. I don't think it matters too much. So this comes to around here. Oh, these light blocks are like right here. I don't think that would be a problem, but it's good to keep note. And I also like to make some smooth stone slab, like encasing. Maybe here, so that we get a little, like a little curve on the edge. And then these pillars can now go up, and then now we can put escalators coming down. So I made the platforms an even number on purpose so that we can build escalators like that, so that we can center a pair of escalators down the middle. Okay, the light source is gonna get annoying when I keep hovering over it, and it'll display all the light blocks. So I'm gonna put this escalator on So one on each side. Right now, I'm only assuming 4-car trains. So I'm pointing the escalators down this way only. Yeah, the escalators will come down here because you wouldn't really want to take the escalator down this way, or else you have to U-turn back to the front of the train. Okay, so pair of escalators here. I'm gonna copy this over to the middle and one more over here. Oh, yeah, no, that's right. I thought I pasted it offset, but oh, I pasted it with the quartz block, so I gotta replace smooth quartz 0. There we go. Oh, that's neat. If I just put stuff where the light blocks are supposed to be, they just automatically clear them out. So I don't have to worry about it. Wow, didn't know that. Okay. So let's finish this off with some glass fence so that people won't fall off the side. I kind of want to move the light sources up a bit, actually. Yeah, so that if I accidentally put a block wrong, then it's not gonna start deleting my light sources, and then I'll have fewer and fewer over time. So maybe about this level where it starts to curve down. So where this 2-block thing ends. This spot is really handy because sometimes you don't want to just have to hold the light source block in order to see where it is. It's convenient to just press B and then see it, and B to hide. I think this mod was designed for map makers. Okay, so we got the escalators running, and they each serve 2 platforms. Alright. Oh, I need to finish the glass fences here. I'm kind of wondering if I should make some travelators along here. Nah, that can be a later project. We don't need those right this moment. Okay, where would the terminal be? I think the terminal would be here. So I'm gonna dig a hole here, which will lead to the terminal. I'm gonna copy this part from this pillar to the other part which connects to the terminal, which is right here, I think. Oh wait, no. Wait, yes. So both of those are on the first car. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. And then here will be a hole. I'm gonna give myself night vision again so that I can actually see stuff in here. Cool, and then this bridge will just be a copy of this one, except that it'll be going the other way. I'm gonna copy it here. I like using rotate 180 when I can, rather than using the flip command, because sometimes with complex blocks like escalators, the flip command doesn't work with the block states very well. So then rotate works best. Now it's time to do the escalators here. Escalators are done. We just have to extend this a little bit more. It might be a good idea to make some toilets at the end here. Since there are 2 holes, we can make 2 toilets at the end of the corridor, one on each side. Because I feel like high-speed stations, at least high-speed stations, should have public toilets for people to use. Since it's such a luxurious service, it's not just like any random train station. Although I do think normal metro stations should have toilets. But that's just personal opinion. I know America doesn't do that because of various reasons, especially in Seattle. Most of the public toilets have locks on them. So you need to get the passcode from like the staff, which is really annoying for most people when they need to actually use it. For here, let's just make a big space first, and then we'll see how we can fill this space. I guess we don't need this hole down at the bottom anymore, so I'm gonna set that to stone. I like to leave a little gap right here for maintenance purposes. Okay, so we have 2 areas to get to the trains. I can call this like gate 1 and gate 2. That'd be kind of funny. Although it doesn't really mean anything. More like an entrance. Entrance 1, entrance 2. Because the platforms are what matters to get on the right train. Just cleaning up this a little bit. Okay, I can make this another like archway. To be like, hey, this is a high-speed entrance. So I'm making this one more block out because I might want to make a wall here later. So the layout of this might be a little challenging because there are 2 APM tracks, one inbound and one outbound, and these tracks are like right there. So if I make the APM come here and make an island platform, platforms here, and stone all the way at the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna stack this to the other side. Okay, so the APM tracks would be up here. The platform would be 49 blocks long. So 49, 103 means we get 27 blocks on each side. So if I measure 27, that's 27, and I put a node here. So I'm gonna mark the tracks here first. Mark it as one way so that we know where the trains are gonna go. So let's see. If Terminal 2 is over there, then it would make sense for the trains to go that way to Terminal 2. But last time we said this way is to Cyan Heights. So maybe we do have to change our plan a little bit and make this side go to Cyan Heights, which is a little challenging because we need to bypass all this stuff. But if we go on this side we can just cut straight to Cyan Heights. That's still much better. Oh, that's another problem. The station needs to be inside the Terminal 1. Ah, didn't realize that. Because the APM has to be inside Terminal 1. Well, that's a good thing we have all this space up here though. Okay, so we put the rails down here, and we might be able to put like a big glass pane over here, and then if we put escalators down the middle, these will come out like here. This is an awkward space to put escalators though, because there's nowhere to go. So maybe the escalators will go up instead and come out through the top, and then people will go through immigration here. Okay, so now this next part is to connect these down there. So I'm thinking the red train can go on the outer platform and the blue train will go to the inner platform, because I want the red train to be going to the high speed so that people can just walk straight through and grab the train. I did put a little clearing out here so that I can get some space before I start curving down. So here we go. So this is gonna be a crazy snaking track. So like, how bad of a curve would it be if I just plop down some rails here? Whoa, okay. That's probably not good. I might have to do a spiral track. This will be interesting. I've never done a spiral track before. I've always just done unrealistic curves. So where are these tracks? They're right here. We just have to try it. It's hard to measure it out and do calculations. I'm just gonna go for it. So copy, rotate 180, paste. There are my nodes. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. This is really crazy. I've never done something like this before. So my clipboard is still copied. So if I rotate 90 and paste, what's gonna happen? Alright, nice. Oh, I need to rotate these nodes a little bit. So each level should go down 8 blocks, like that. Okay, this is crazy, but it works. And maybe if necessary, we can add more steps. Add more steps to the spiral so each step isn't 8 blocks apart, but maybe can be half of it, like 4 blocks, so that we can put another node in the middle here, so that the tracks wouldn't spiral as steep. But I think when you're in the train, it doesn't really matter. Alright. This tunnel looks good. It's a bit weird, but it works. And then this will be Terminal 1. Okay, I generated the path and the trains are now going. Okay, let's go for a spin. So we're on the APM. I'm not gonna clear my night vision or else I won't be able to see anything. But like, you can't walk between cars, so that is technically the unpaid area.
下一站，松生區高鐵1號客運大樓。乘客可在該站往
Okay,
松生區
maybe I
站
need to
轉乘
improve
採
this.
礦列車、雪地特快、松生區南台擺渡車、蘇鐵線、松生大循環或北海岸線。Next station,
Okay,
Spon
I'll get
High-Speed
off.
Rail Terminal at. Passengers may change to the Spon Miners Car, Snowland Express, Science Spon Shuttle Bus, Scotitsu Line, Spon Grand Circular, AT Metro, and North Coast Line at WIP Overhaul.
Why
Spon
doesn't it stop?
Station.
Is the southbound route not stopping? Maybe I selected the wrong platform for the southbound. Actually, I'm going to make the route disable next station announcements so that I can add my own. Yeah, that's a new feature added to the mod. So be sure to join the Discord server if you want those. Okay, I'm gonna wait for the train and see if the announcements, or like, yeah, the train stops properly. And through this dizzying spiral, and we are back at spawn. Cool. Alright, the system officially works. I think I need to fence this off right now to say that it's testing. And I need longer signs as well. 7E might do it. Wow, it's so laggy here for some reason. I think it's all the signs, so I might have to change that in the future. That's a mouthful. 松生區高鐵1號客運大樓 Spawn High Speed Rail Terminal 1. Well, the name of the route is even longer. Let me show you the name of the route. It's 松生區高鐵客運大樓旅客自動輸送系統 Spawn High Speed Terminal Automatic People Mover. I'm back here. I set some of the signs for the APM. I put some fences here to block it off because it's still work in progress. And I actually didn't know that you can use squid ink or glow ink sacks to make these signs glow. That was pretty cool. And I blocked it all off so that people can't ride it for now, because it's still work in progress. Okay, so I think I'm gonna end the episode here, because we've done a lot of work today and other people like Navi want to help me with the rest of the terminal. If you want to see more of the high-speed system, please stay tuned and subscribe to the channel so that you can get notifications on future videos. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button if you like this video, and I hope this high-speed rail project will be a success. And if you have any ideas for me, please put that down in the comment section. And today we made the automatic people mover, the spawn terminal 1, and I guess terminal 2 as well, but that's not as complete as this one. So stay tuned for more. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!